people, it's Dane, Jonah Guitars. I have a vacuum bag going next to me, so you may hear a pump kick in occasionally to keep the vacuum down. That's another video that I'm working on right now. And I got this thing set up. I found it very handy, here it is, to use my string action gauge for setting up the Dremel. And you can't see it, of course, but I'm at 60 thousandths, and there's a scale here that goes from 10 to 140 thousandths right on the bottom. So it's very handy to be able to put that right up against the end of the bit and see it. I made a Rosette, and I just posted pictures of it. I think I just did posted pictures of it. I didn't do a video about this. And so that's going to go in there like so, and then I've got a little bit of a purfling type of a thing that goes around it. There it is, inside and out. I also posted a short of bending this thing, because it was bent the same direction as this and they need to be opposite. So I had to back bend it, so I wet it and wrapped it around a can of polishing compound anyway, so now it's holding the inside, easily holding the inside, so I won't have any problem getting that to go my way. So anyway, I'm going to be cutting this out. So this is I'm trying to think of, Elmer, I believe, is the company I got this from. It's just like the StewMac one. It might have one less feature, I forget what it is. It's very snug. I did do, I took a little lock ring and stuck it in there because there was some slop in it. So I got the right size lock ring, and it happened to be the right thickness for what I needed. So that's pretty handy. Now there's no slop in this thing whatsoever. Start at the top of the sound hole, because that's where your fretboard is going to be. So if you have any wiggling or problems in the start and stop, that will happen right there. The other thing is starting inside. I've got a couple lines right here. So this is inside the dimension on both sides, inside and out, that I'm going to need for the final dimension. Then I will just adjust it very minutely and come around and make sure I have room for the inside and the outside purfling rings. Okay. Let's see what I break. I usually run my Dremel at about half speed. And I am going to double check this because I set it up a while ago. Yep, everything's good. That was actually a little more than half speed. It's more like 3/4. Probably not going to talk a lot, just do it. So I do have to make adjustments now and go on out to the next ring here. So I'll just be progressing across here. That looks like it's going to be perfect right there. Probably ought to just take a half a turn less on that. We'll try that. I'm glad I backed off that half a turn because I was thinking I doubled it here, but I only had a single on the outside for some reason. I was thinking I had to double it because I have two of them. So at this point, I think we're really good there. The inside is almost exactly, it's a little shy, so I'll go back to the inside now and run that. Gonna go with that. Less than half a blade width. Now I made this Rosette, I just made it out of the same thickness. I have a piece right here. Same thickness at the top was, so it's 100 and, well, at the time it was wider than that. It was about 100 thousandths. And no, I'm sorry, more than that. No, I've got it. I know nobody cares. Yeah, 100 thousandths. Because that's right. I was thinking that wasn't wide enough to be thick enough to be a top, but I was double, or back rather. I was double backing that, so. Well, this outside one is just about perfect. I think by the time the glue swells up the wood here, it's going to be nice and tight. Anyway, so for the inside though, I basically need the full width of that. I'm going to just go in one turn, and I'm going to start up here where the sound hole is, or where the fretboard is, so I can check and see if it's going to work. That looks a little light yet. Oh, double was right, because it has to go around here. Okay, my brain sometimes. I need a little more, I think. Oh, that looks like I went too far. Yep, I did. Well, so now we get to be artistic and put something else in there. Yeah, I'll bring you back in. Okay, so we're ready to glue this thing in. I went ahead and it wasn't quite deep enough. I went ahead and took it down some more. And ended up having to take a little bit more out of the outside, which you'll see as I put this in, it's pretty snug. And then I added one line of black. So we'll have a line of black on the inside here. That is inside, so we'll have a black, white, black. And then to the rosette, so that looks good. So I actually had to take a little more out just to get 20 thousandths. So it wasn't like it was a huge gap, but you know, on something like this, any gap is really kind of huge. So I've been checking some things out. I think that I'm going to put this in first because it was snug enough that I had to kind of pry it in with that in there first, and then put the rosette in behind it. And All right, and we'll see how that goes. Just this is fish glue, which is a collagen, animal collagen glue. So let me say this and make everybody really mad. There are a lot of people out there building very expensive guitars, acoustic guitars, and they don't use an animal collagen glue like hot glue or fish glue. And for the money that they're getting for their guitars, they really should just suck it up and go with that, because it's so much better. I might go as far as to say, if you're calling yourself a custom guitar builder and you're using Titebond, or a custom boutique acoustic builder, and you're using Titebond, which dries rubbery, not crystal. Oh, I did it. I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. So let's just see if I can work this in there then. Let's go back a little bit. Shouldn't be talking. Oh, it actually went in okay. I was thinking it was going to give me some trouble. It's a little loose up here because I was testing up here underneath the neck, the fretboard extension. So actually that didn't go too bad. Anyway, high glue. A lot of people say that Titebond is just as good because, you have 100 years of history or more now with high glue getting, hot in a car or something and things move. Well, we haven't had 100 years of Titebond yet, so we really don't know what's going to happen with Titebond. Go ahead and put a little glue in here. Anyway, I use fish glue for things that are too small to bother getting the hot pot out for, but it dries very, very hard, very much like has pretty much all the same attributes that that high glue has, hot high glue. Probably got my hand right in the way of everything, but anyway. Okay, and then we're going to put this last piece in. All right. One thing here is this little black plastic piece is shorter than the others, so I'm going to make sure it's down in there. All right, we got it. And I have this I put on top, and then I put cans of paint, gallons of paint up here, and just hold it down. It's really not going to go anywhere. One of the other characteristics of hot high glue and fish glue is that as they dry, they shrink, which actually pulls a joint together. So you don't need as much clamping pressure like Gold Bar decks are perfect for that sort of glue. They work with Titebond as well. I mean, I've got Titebond right here, but I use that for fixture kind of stuff. I made a little thickness gauge here, and I glued that up with the Titebond. That's what's over here. Anyway, and I have built stuff. I mean, electric guitars I'm going to use Titebond on. I mean, although I do set my necks with fish glue on acoustic guitars all the time. All right, well, I'm very happy there. So let's just call that good. I'm going to go ahead and put that piece on there and do the other stuff. And this is quite a bit proud of the top, but I'll just put it back through the drum sander and bring it down to the top. and then I'll finish thicknessing this. This is about 150 thousandths right now. Need to bring it down. Bring it down to the way I like the way it feels, but probably around 120, 25 to 110, depending on how it turns out. But so that's it for the Rosette. I might do a short on it after it's been sanded out just to show what it looks like. Take care, folks.